Hey, good morning. This is Doug Smith. I am a broker owner of DHS Realty, and I'm doing a 5-part series on working with a tenant. And today is part 4 or 5. Tomorrow will be the conclusion. I'll be doing this once a week on different items, and it's just to keep my agents in the loop. Agents in my office, they follow me on all types of social media, as well as my availability 5 a.m. to midnight. Except for last night, I went down a little early. I had a shingle shot, and it gave me some side effects. So thanks for Sean Reichen for taking over for a few hours last night. So anyways, yesterday what we left off with is that we're at the house with the tenant. We asked the agent how they want, what application they want. We asked the agent what forms they need in order for you to be protected and get paid. And then you need to ask how they want the payment to be made. And generally it's going to be electronic somehow. People just don't write checks anymore. So you most likely not write that many checks when you're a realtor. Earnest and option is generally speaking wired now. It's just the future. Real estate has evolved past checks. So as well as on the tenant side, you're probably not going to take a physical check to anybody. So you'll just find out from the listing agent how they want the app fee. Usually it's $50, $60 applicant. Everybody over 18 fills out an application. You'll send it in to the landlord agent, and then it's a waiting game. Let's say 3 days or so, they get back with you, maybe less, and they give you a thumbs up. That means that generally speaking, the listing agent that represents the landlord, they're going to send you the lease. And you want to look it over, go over it with your client, and usually fees are needed at that point when your tenant executes the lease. So they'll probably come up with the prorated amount if they're moving in before the first, your tenant. It could be if they're moving in on the first that they would need the security deposit and the first month's rent. That's what you get paid on, generally speaking, as a tenant agent. You get paid on the first month's rent. So if the first month's rent's not paid for 30 days, then you won't get paid until 30 days. We don't get paid out of security deposits. We get paid out of the first month's rent, and it's the full first month's rent. It's on the agreement between brokers regarding residential leases. So just make sure that you've protected yourself. And when I say that, generally speaking, you get paid from the first month's rent, in this market, sometimes a landlord won't pay at all. So you're going to have a talk with your tenant and make sure that you'll get paid by them. And in that scenario, generally it wouldn't be the first month's rent. It would be an agreement just strictly between you and the tenant. So real estate's evolving. It's not the same, commission structures and ways you get paid as it was 20, 30, 40 years ago. So be with a broker that's on the cutting edge, that gives you advice, is available 5 a.m. to midnight. Yesterday we had a training. We've already posted all over social media. Check out DHS Realty's YouTube page. We have over 300 videos. And tomorrow at 11 a.m., we'll have pizza and drinks and a lunch at Truly Title at 2901 Dallas Parkway. That is in between Park and Parker on the west side of the tollway. And we'll be working with a buyer. And again, we consistently train on buyer, seller, tenant, landlords, and safety. And the reason we do that is because you've got to be safe to work with a buyer, seller, tenant, landlord. And so that's what we do. We work on safety and then working on a buyer, seller, tenant, landlord. That's what we'll be talking about tomorrow. So no need to RSVP. Show up, get some pizza, meet everybody, and I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Y'all go get some today. Thursday's going to be great.